shooting his children after she hit his car in Atlanta. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. He gave us this dramatic video of their encounter. It all ended with a gunshot. Atlanta News First Alani Latang is live downtown to explain what happened here. Alani?
So Tracy, Blair, the father in that video tells me that it started when the woman hit him and then she tried to flee. She eventually stopped in a neighborhood here in downtown Atlanta, and then she pulls out a gun, waves it in his face and his teenage son's face. The teen captured the whole thing on camera.
A man is not gonna call me.
A hit and run on the highway turned street tackle.
You don't care who's in this car. You just hit us. You didn't stop and check on us, make sure we're okay. You didn't care.
The man in the video, Brandon Parker, says this woman hit his car on I-20, crossed over multiple lanes, then took the first exit. In the car with Brandon is his 2-year-old, 8-year-old, and 14-year-old sons. With police on the phone, Brandon says he follows, hoping his teen can get a picture of the woman's tags and license plate.
She pulls onto a road, stops in the middle of the road, jumps out. She's being belligerent. She tries to get in my face.
I don't probably know. Don't touch me.
The shot missing their feet.
You really don't have time to think. It's really just a respond type situation. All I'm concerned about is just don't hurt my child. Like, we can work this out. It's not that serious. We both got insurance.
Brandon's 14-year-old son is recording this altercation. His 2- and 8-year-old sons are sheltering in the car.
Everything I did was to keep them from getting shot. So I'm watching the gun the entire time, and I'm able to kind of hip toss her and slam her head into the concrete. When I do that, it knocks her unconscious. I'm able to get the gun.
Brandon says the woman comes to, then flees before police arrive.
I let her go. You know, I stopped because self-defense only goes so far. It's not self-defense if I'm trying to chase her and grab her and pin her down. In that moment, I wasn't thinking like that, but thinking back, you know, I should have made some different decisions because it could have cost my child their life.
The day started like this. When Brandon drove from their home in Alabama for a day trip to Zoo Atlanta, that joy faded after getting hit, leaving them with thousands of dollars in damage.
This only scratch marks.
Stop playing with these folks' kids. Because people out here ain't going to play with you.
We're still working to confirm the woman's identity, but Atlanta police tells us that they do have an incident report for this case. Reporting live downtown, I'm Alani Latang, Atlanta News First.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Two. Okay, part 2 news. Video for this, for the Saturday morning for y'all. I mean, I probably do a type of crazy news out of Atlanta, Georgia, to where, okay, so a woman had put out a gun on their family, who is driving from Alabama to to Atlanta, for a type of like a visit, but thing went bad to where she's trying to shoot the father. But okay, I watched news saying that the father was driving. I guess so I seen a video where the father was like driving his 2 sons to Atlanta, to where the woman who was driving her car, until I think she was like trying, exit the lanes and how he, I think she hit through his car. And so I think the woman got out of a car, and I think the father had, him, I think got to like type of argument over, I think why she hit his car. And but I feel like things had went kind of turned left to where she pulled out a gun and acting too much more wild. I saw the highway to where she pulled out a gun on the father, and until where I think they got to a little type of scuffle over the gun, and how, she had like, try to put a trigger on the on the ground, and how the gun went off, and how she, was tussling and stuff, and how the father had, trying to like, put it close at the gun, and how he threw the gun somewhere, and then until she fled from the scene, and but I think the father, did right thing to where I think she, got bad, evil, man, to where she wanted to get his I think he was, I don't know, I feel like I think she's basically trying to kill gets the father and 2 sons over what happened. But I feel like, like some people out here who is very much like deranged, people out here who want to take a life over one type of accident, one accident involving two cars, and but I felt like that woman I seen on the video was acting too wild, too ghetto, too belligerent, and how she could not even, couldn't, they learn how to come down because, two people is driving anyway, on the highway, and how the dude had, seen her car, try to hit, I don't know, I feel the car got damaged, and but I feel like the father had, said this on news about what happened until the whole event went down to where the father, so I watched the news, so the father would take her to that, I guess something to the type of park out there, Atlanta, and basically, trying to get out, out of Alabama. So I read somewhere, to whatever private Alabama area, which is, not far from Montgomery, where I'm at now. But for like the father and sons, went to Atlanta, and it was like traveling through Atlanta, and I think how this happened, and but I feel like the woman, put out a gun on him and how it went down with her, but I feel like if she, had basically could have killed both of them, and I think she would be in jail basically for murder. But I think the father did the right thing to put the gun out of her hand, trying to stop her from shooting him and kids, but man, I don't know. I think road rage can be a dangerous thing to deal with. If somebody who's driving in front of you meets that, either driving to records on the road, especially if you're driving too drunk on the road, they can crash. But I feel like road rage can be dangerous and deadly to where somebody who drives out the front of you I think on the highway, and how the person can't stop the car or pull over, something going on, and but I feel like road rage can be dangerous to deal with somebody who can't even know how to drive, but I would avoid myself, I don't know, I would avoid things like that from happening to where, somebody might try to, run up on me, I think I say when I drive my car, whatever I be on I think highway driving, I think highway, and somebody want to try to put a car in front of me and they touch my car, I don't know, I'd rather just, I'd rather just talk with them and just, see what's going on, and I will, leave them be. But I feel like, the woman had did, try to put a gun out, out of the car and try to kill them, kill the father, and, which the father wasn't going out. I feel like father, wasn't going in until he trying to, I don't know, I think the father wasn't going at all. I don't know, I see the video, we try to take the gun from her, I guess, from my hand until we were touching it on the ground, and but yeah, man, I thought the father wasn't going that day. I thought he just wanted to show her that he mean business right there. But yeah, man, I feel it's a crazy news I've learned to. This black woman just felt that she had a right to get a gun out of the car and trying to like have to do provoke by shooting him. I probably say, I don't know. I probably say that. I think y'all. I don't know. I think she's trying to almost shoot him and the kids and stuff. And but I think the 14-year-old had caught the whole event. I guess for the video. So I had like heard that the kids had trying to like quote the whole thing went down on video to what her news showed it, and but it said thing about a father who trying to take his kid to to Atlanta, how the black woman was driving too regularly on the road and how she hit his car, how thing went on like that. So I feel like roadways can be dangerous anyway. So make sure you like, comment in, show us a peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.